Firstly, when you think of Vivo, you think of camera. You think you're going to get great, amazing photos, videos. When you are out in, the wild, you would be shaking, and that would be magnified a lot. So with their image stabilization technology that they have in the Vivo X300 Pro, it kind of helps a lot of beginners to make wildlife photography a lot more easier. 9500 processor, it's something that for us avid regular users, it just makes your experience a lot more smoother.
Another concern people have is the device heating up when it comes with as many features and is used as long in the battery life. Is that a concern with the Vivo?
Whatever I've spoken to different customers, it doesn't heat up. Vivo and Zeiss, I think, have had a very long history, and that has really helped a lot of users of Vivo get that experience of probably having, say, a Zeiss lens.
Hi, and welcome to yet another exciting episode of the Vivo X300 series. And joining me in the studio is the director of Pai International, Rahul. Pai, tell us all about this phone and, of course, about Pai International. We are here to talk about the X300 series by Vivo. Can you tell me why there's so much chatter around this phone?
Disha, first and foremost, is probably Vivo's, their array or their entry into the 1 lakh and above segment as well. And with their X300 Pro and their X300 being 70K and above phone, it gets customers really excited because Vivo's generally been very strong as far as phones that are 40,000 and below. And they've always been known to packing in a lot of, great features at a very competitive price point. So this is something that's extremely exciting, and that's probably why you see a lot of buzz around, say, the X300.
Tell us about these features that the phone is packed with, and when it's so reasonably priced and now it's been bumped up, I'm expecting a bump up in the features as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So firstly, when you think of Vivo, you think of camera. You think you're going to get great, amazing photos, videos, and their association with Zeiss has made sure that all of these come to life on your phone. So the first thing behind, say, the X300 series is it's kind of split into people who are avid photographers, say especially people who love to go out, photograph, say, wildlife and various things like this, and for regular users, for day-to-day users as well. So that's why you have the X300 Pro, which is generally for a lot of people who love wildlife photography, and then you have the X300 for day-to-day photography.
I was going to come to that. Two models, two purposes. Tell me the difference between the X300 and X300 Pro. But before that, is it safe to say that the series is meant for travelers and explorers and content creators?
Absolutely, because see, one, they pack in so many features with regards to, say, their chipsets and their entire processors that are there in the phone. Barring that, you always get great battery life. That's something that you don't have to necessarily worry, especially when you're traveling around so much. You may not get access to say, a plug point here and there. So you don't have to sit and worry about your battery dying, say, halfway through the day or so.
Or carrying any extra devices as backups to sort of recharge them. It's called the King of Telephoto, the X300 Pro. Does it live up to the name?
Absolutely. So when you look at the back of the phone, you can see that round dial, which is very evident, which is collaborated with Zeiss. They have a 200 megapixel camera.
200?
Yep. Nowadays, 200 seems so used, but when you look at how Vivo's used it with their X300 Pro, you can see there's a massive difference because you get a photography set along with it, where you get a 200mm and a 400mm, telephoto lens, which you can just attach. It looks really beautiful, where you just attach it to the back camera, which allows you to take some beautiful photos. I've seen some amazing photos being taken by a lot of people, and being posted online, especially of these beautiful birds and some amazing animals, which you'd expect them to have, say, a DSLR, but they show you the device that they're using is the X300 Pro. So it's quite surprising and it's quite nice.
I was also reading that there's a CEPA 5.5 level stabilization. Now, when you're talking about zooming into birds and animals and wildlife, far out, right? Does the camera shake? Is there a bit of a blur? Stability on the picture? None of that is a concern?
Generally, from what I've noticed, now for example, I'm having a conversation with you, this is a little bit nervy as well. So I'm expecting when you are out in, the wild, you would be shaking and that would be magnified a lot. So with their image stabilization technology that they have in the Vivo X300 Pro, it kind of helps a lot of beginners like me also to make wildlife photography a lot more easier. Yeah.
What about videos?
See, generally it's been known that a lot of various brands don't necessarily do videos that well. But when I got my hands on this phone, it has say 4K 120 FPS Dolby Vision slow motion video, which of late I've been seeing a lot of slow motion videos from different movies and things online. So probably if you want to shoot something like that by yourself, I think this will get you as close as it can.
If I had to encapsulate this for our viewers, we're looking at a telephoto bird shot, telephoto macro up to 20x, a long-range motion snapshot, concert gadget 2.0, and dual view stage videos. Creators are going to go nuts.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's insane how much they managed to pack into a phone which you'd expect to be priced a lot more, but they managed to.
With the battery life that
absolutely.
Tell us about the X300 series that has a Dimensity 9500 processor and Vivo own VS1 chip and V3 Plus. For the layman, can you break that down for us?
See the processor, right? The Dimensity 9500 processor. It's something that for us avid regular users, it just makes your experience a lot more smoother. So say you're swiping, browsing through apps, you're multitasking, it just makes things a lot more faster. You don't necessarily see any sort of lag. You don't necessarily see your battery draining a lot, because this is something that's very prevalent with various different brands, where I'll need to jump for say a power bank or socket, charger to charge it up, top it up. But with the Dimensity 9500, it just makes things a lot more smoother, faster, more efficient.
Another concern people have is the device heating up when it comes with as many features and is used as long in the battery life. Is that a concern with the Vivo?
What I've seen and whatever I've spoken to different customers, it doesn't heat up, and that's probably because Vivo's put in so many years of R&D, and then they've made sure their cooling chamber and their everything, especially with say the amount of performance that you expect from a phone like this, it doesn't heat up at all.
We were talking about the chips.
Yeah, so there are, I mean, right now it feels like they're stuffing in so many things. It's crazy how they managed to do all of this in such a lovely sleek device.
VS1 and V3 Plus. What does that mean for a normal person?
Yeah, so VS1 is essentially say your first editor. So when you're taking a photo, generally it reduces noise, it improves say clarity in low light situations. So say you're taking a photo in the night or wherever you don't have great light, it improves clarity there. It adjusts say any sort of colors, because more often than not we've seen when we reach out for our phone and we're going to take a photo in the dark, suddenly everything's just blown out of proportion, and then you're like, wait, this wasn't this red, or this wasn't this black, or this ensures that nothing like that is there. And then it ensures that when you are taking these kind of photos, it's very stable. So it's essentially a pre-processor, so to make sure that when me as a layman just take my phone out, I don't have to think twice before
It does a preset for you before you even take a picture.
Yep.
What about the V3 Plus? What does that do?
So the V3 Plus is essentially your post processor. So there's someone who's assisting you before and there's someone who's assisting you after you take the photo. So it essentially ensures that you have great color. There's any sort of color correction that needs to be done. There's any tone mapping that needs to be done. Focusing, because more often than not, if you don't pick where you want to focus, your subject may be out of focus, and it'll end up into a bad shot, but this generally doesn't happen here. Apart from that, it ensures that it doesn't overexpose any photos or any videos that you're taking, and then everyone loves great portraits.
Yes.
That some of these photos, so these phones churn out, and the Vivo X300 is known to churn out some great portraits. And apart from that, it also ensures that you have great videos. So with 4K 120 fps Dolby Vision video processing capabilities.
And of course, the Zeiss collaboration that's making everything
Absolutely.
an elevated experience.
Yep. So Vivo and Zeiss, I think, have had a very long history, and that has really helped, a lot of users of Vivo get that experience of probably having, say, a Zeiss lens, because more often than not, Zeiss has been known to be in this industry for a very long time, right? And their strategic collaboration with Vivo has ensured that you get such great photos that are just so beautiful to the eye. So that's something that they've continued, say, with the X300 series.
Tell us about this combination of the Dimensity 9500, VS1 and V3 Plus. When they work together, we've spoken about it individually, but as a combination, what's the final experience for the end user?
So you get faster images, right? I've seen more often than not, when I take a photo, I have to wait, say, 10, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, and then you'll be like, okay, this is not how the photo is supposed to look. But with this, it's instant, so it's a lot more faster. You get sharper photos, you get great low light photos, because that's something that more often than not every phone camera can really manage, but this X300 does it so well. You get great cinematic videos, there isn't any lag, you get great stability, and very important, especially for me, I think, is great battery life.
What about the regular X300? Who is that for, Rahul?
So the X300, I think, is for people who love to travel, who just need a phone for their daily use, because you don't need to think twice if you want to pick this phone as well. It's extremely light. I mean, I held it in my hand, it doesn't feel like it's there in your hand as well. But when you hold it in your hand, you do know it's extremely premium. It has a beautiful red color that I absolutely adore, and it has an amazing display. It has a 6.31-inch Zeiss master color display, and it has a 200 megapixel Zeiss camera.
Do people need a 200 megapixel camera? Is it too much? How do you look at it?
See, I personally feel that more often than not, right, especially in this day and age, I've seen 200 megapixels just being blown out of proportion. But the way they have managed to really use it, say with the X300, is so beautiful, because say you want a beautiful photo of yourself, right? Unfortunately, more often than not, I'm not very camera conscious. So sometimes when I'm taking a group photo, it's a lot more easier to just crop me out and probably make a passport size photo. And that's, that is possible, say, with the X300, where because of the 200 megapixel, you get such great, detail, right? And such great quality that you can always zoom in and then you can crop out anything that you want. Nope, not at all. In addition to whatever I've spoken, right, about how great the 200 megapixel camera is, you also have some amazing features along with it. So you have something called AI one-shot multi-crop, meaning to say that you want to, crop out someone from a massive photo that you've taken. Yeah. So this is the technical term for it.
Okay.
Barring that, you have something called AI Landscape Master. You have something called Recompose Freely, and then Live Photo Passerby Face. So these are all different things. I think when a user gets their hand on the X300, these sound like very technical terms, but it just makes your life a lot more easier to just take your phone out and just take a photo, and then you'll be like, hey, I actually took this.
When is this amazing X300 series available? Because like you said, it's loaded with features, seems super premium, and for travelers, for explorers, for professional photographers, and for content creators, right? The entire gamut. It covers the range. When can we lay our hands on this phone?
So Disha, the Vivo X300 series is out now across all Pai International, Pai Mobiles, 200 plus outlets across Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Telangana. It's also available on our website, paiinternational.in.
I want to congratulate you and your entire team at Pai International, Rahul, because 25 years, that's a long journey. How's it been?
Thank you, Disha. First and foremost, it's been amazing. These 25 years, I mean, Pai International started off when I was 3 years old.
Wow.
So I was there for the first store opening in our Indranagar store. And we've moved, say, from 1 to around 200 plus now in 25 years. And I don't think that would have been possible, say, without the support of, say, all the brands that we worked with, all, say, the customers that have been coming to us, and then, you know, great partners that we've worked with in the past as well, and even, you know, your patronage as well in some sort or the other, because I think probably in the past we may have worked with Red FM quite a while back also. So barring that, I think it's been amazing, because I mean there have been some instances where we've just got smiles upon customers' faces. There was one instance where a customer was saying he traveled 20 kilometers in Bangalore traffic to go to one particular store of Pai, and I was surprised.
Bangalore, that's a sign of love and commitment.
Absolutely, absolutely, because 20 kilometers, I'm guessing, would be an hour and a half or 2 almost. So he made a statement saying that Pai is something that I can't explain. It's something that you need to experience. And I'm grateful that we've reached 25 years. It was started by Mr. Rajkumar Pai. It's a very small way in Indranagar. We've reached 200 plus stores, and it's been an amazing journey so far. And I'm quite positive that, you know, be another 25, 50, 100, but yeah, it's been great so far.
But as one of the largest retailers in South India for electronics and mobile phones, how do you look at the consumption market of an aspirational India today, which is moving from a developing country to hopefully a developed country in the next few decades? Tell me how you look at that.
So, since I handle, say, the mobile and the laptop division, what I see in these two categories is that you have a lot of customers aspiring to own, you know, devices that are a lot more premium, right? And this is enabled by brands like, say, Vivo now. Most simplest example is how you can own this phone, say the X300, for as low as probably, say, 2,000 or 2,500 a month, right?
Are you talking about EMI options?
EMIs options, right? So these are things where when a customer looks at it, it says, okay, this is a great deal for me. So they probably are aspiring to own better phones. Not only this, from when...
And Bangalore being the tech capital, people have an understanding of the specifications of the device. They're just not picking it up for aesthetic value, are they?
No, you're right. Absolutely right.
They're the geeks. They go in, they want to know, you know, processor, chips.
Absolutely, absolutely. And what we see as well is that it isn't just cities like Bangalore. We see consumption increasing, especially for our premium products, in a lot of smaller cities and
Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm surprised that at how well certain models do. Say specifically now, since we're here for the Vivo X300, how it does in cities like, say, Gulbarga, cities like Bidar. It's amazing to see how consumption has increased across, and that is only a sign of how we are progressing as a country, because this is ensuring that a lot of people have more disposable income because of per capita, you know, income is increasing. So it's a great sign. It's amazing to see. And this, I'm only talking about, say, the mobile and laptop division. When you go on the flip side about, say, the television, and you look at refrigerators, washing machines,
White goods, essentially?
Yep, white goods. You see how, say, televisions where earlier 32, 43 inches are selling, we are seeing things 65. I remember seeing a customer, probably, say, in a Chikmagalur store, who ended up picking, say, I think 1 or 2 100-inch TVs.
I feel like the Tier 2, Tier 3 cities have bigger homes and the ability to accommodate bigger TVs as opposed to apartments in big cities. Is that also the pattern you've noticed?
Yes, that's also one thing. And the most important thing I've seen is their increase in per capita income.
equivalent to aspiration and knowledge of the products that are out there. Exciting times for India ahead. Rahul, 200 stores and counting. Are we looking at more stores in 2026?
We might be expanding into different states as well. And, to bring in this festive season, especially with Christmas around and then you have New Year's around, it's very exciting times. And what makes it more exciting is when you see Vivo launching, say, their X300 series. I'd love it for everyone to come experience, say, the Vivo X300 at all our Pai International and Pai Mobile outlets. And rest assured, you'll come, you'll see the phone, and you'll be convinced that this is probably my next phone. And when you shop at Pai, you'll get some amazing offers and amazing gifts. So please make your way to any Pai International or Pai Mobile outlet to experience the Vivo X300.
A final message for our tech enthusiastic listeners and viewers, Rahul.
Disha, first and foremost, it's been amazing to have this conversation with you. This is a new experience for me as well. And it's been amazing that we've been able to really, try and summarize and help people make a better informed decision. Because more often than not, a phone like this can also sometimes go under the radar. But because of how great it is in terms of all the features that they've packed in and the price point that it is at, I think a lot of users would, feel like they're missing out if they don't pick up this phone. So if you are someone who loves wildlife, travel, you love to take, photos, say, across anything, you want a great phone, it's something that, the Vivo X300 will give you.
It's a device worth holding on to. The X300 and the X300 Pro from Vivo. Go check it out at Pai International. Rahul Pai, Director, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Disha, for having me on Red FM 93.5. Bajate Raho.
Let me tell you about the Pai monthly draw, where if you shop for 2,000 rupees or more, you stand a chance to win a jackpot prize up to 5 crore rupees every month. Go to your nearest Pai International store, check it out. My name is Disha Oberoi, signing out. Like, share and subscribe to Red FM Bengaluru.